Hello.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Welcome back to The Nerve. Episode 1 of Series 2, 8 weeks after we released the end of Series 1 2 years ago. And we're happy to be back. It's new, it's improved. We've actually got a sponsor now. The sponsor is Here We Aren't, based in Peterborough, owned by a lovely guy called Barry Walker. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, Barry.
You're
Praise be unto Barry.
We love Barry. It's different. We're a different podcast now. So beforehand, it was just me and Will getting drunk at a table at an old office that I used to work at.
Now it's us getting drunk at a different table in a different building.
With cameras and Beardy.
Hey!
And people behind the cameras. We've got everything. We've got a new podcast. And now we have guests. Not just Beardy. Real life, actual people.
Respectable members of the community. People we like, you know.
That arguable.
How we've managed to get them in.
I think they've just arrived.
Have they just arrived?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, new podcast, new series.
Perfect
This
timing.
is The Nerve. They're here, so we'll be back soon.
Eek.
Mosquito are here!
Welcome, Mosquito!
Hi, boys.
Good journey down?
Not too bad. It's only up the road, isn't it?
Yes, not too bad, is
Not
it?
too bad.
Do you like the new studio?
Absolutely
We
unbelievable.
love it, mate.
First
Blown
one
away.
as well.
Yeah.
We actually thought, and we thought it was banging when we walked in, that it was going to be downstairs on the stage.
Yeah.
We came up here, it's like shit.
That was the waiting room downstairs.
Should have put my suit on
All the other guests are getting downstairs. We set this up just for you guys.
in the toilet.
Yeah, I won't go in the toilet, boys.
Yeah, just me on the bog. It's my poo podcast.
How many shits you had in
You
that
always
toilet
shit
now?
here.
Well, when we first played with you here, I had a shit during Dazcap's first track,
I thought you missed the
and
whole
they
set.
no, it was
I
just
howled
first,
you for that
it
as
was,
well.
it was yeah, they howled me for that. When they played with us, like mentioned it, like,
remember that
everybody
when
was
it
like, "Where's Joe?" And I was at the back, like just trying to hide. He was like, "Yeah, well, you know, when we first met Joe, he was having a shit during our first track, so thanks, Joe." Yeah, cheers, Simon.
A man after my own heart.
Yeah.
So you're the band's pooer, because that's me.
I don't know. I don't know. This guy, It's definitely you. Come on,
the
it.
can't poo. I'm the unpooer.
We're
Oh,
not
shit. Oh, what is that like?
Beardy's
What
the
is
best
that
of
like
both worlds.
Yeah, we'll have a chat afterwards. 'Cause
He got some.
I know, I can sort you out.
You alright?
Just laxative.
Yeah.
It's not a secret.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah. Just a healthy diet full of fruit and veg and fibre, really. It's all you need to make sure you poo regularly.
Will shits every 6 months.
Really?
Honestly. He gets
Like
pregnant and shit. No, I'll tell you a story now. Obviously, we'll digress a little bit.
No,
But
please.
Will, right, so for anyone that doesn't know, me and Will are brothers, and I'm not joking. Will would go for a shit down the side of the shed in the garden.
Fuck off.
We'd be playing football. I was a kid.
I was a kid. I didn't do that.
He was 17.
You know when you're a kid, you shit in the garden.
We'd be playing football outside, and Will would be like, "Oh, I can't be asked to go inside," but it would literally be further to run to go for a shit round the side of the shed. Plus all the admin of getting over ladders and shit.
Just feels natural.
I'm not joking. The kid was 5 and he was shitting out stellar cans of shit.
Fucking
But
hell.
he'd not had a shit since his, 3rd birthday.
My question is to you, like, what did you wipe with?
Well, this is the thing, Des. I was thinking the exact same
There
thing.
can't have been anything. Right.
When you're outside, you can get into a better position where your arse cheeks are spreaded more,
They reckon, don't
so
they?
it just pops out.
Oh,
You don't
okay,
need
yeah.
to wipe it.
Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's clean.
And a bit of
I'll
CPR
teach
that
you
would come to
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
life.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Like what we did when we
Can
were
you show me?
playing.
Yeah, I'd like to do
Exactly.
that. Yeah. I'm so sick of wiping. I'm bored of it. I'd like to cancel wiping. I'm so done with it.
Get it out the
You think we'd have evolved past that by
Yeah,
now?
honestly,
We've been around for
I was
millennium.
running late to get here today, and I was getting really stressed, and I was having a poo, and you know when it's like a dirty marker up your arsehole,
Yeah.
you just keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm like 45 minutes.
Like
and I'm still.
I call them like a felt tip shit.
Yeah, literally.
So you keep
Yeah.
wiping, it's like wiping a felt tip.
Yeah,
It's
and it doesn't
going
get any
nowhere.
it doesn't get any drier.
Horrible.
It's constantly the same consistency of shit on the thing.
I've actually
Yeah.
got mad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Why?
Just go away!
Stop, please! Please stop!
I knew this would be a podcast that we started talking about shit, I didn't realise it would be like...
Right.
Yeah,
Straight in at it. Yeah.
So, hard-hitting facts. How'd you poo? Who's regular, who isn't? Come on. That's what the fans want to know. There's actually, you can get a toilet seat from Japan that you can get plumbed in. It's like a bidet.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
See, I don't
I wish I had
trust
the
bidet.
money.
Mate, I would
Anyone
love
use
one
a
of
bidet?
those.
I would,
On holiday.
Really?
if I became Prime Minister,
Treat
I
yourself.
thought it was a foot bath until I was about 15.
Yeah,
shitty thing.
I can hear that.
If I-
I'm pissing them. Every time I'm on it, I just
That's
fucking...
disgraceful.
Yeah.
I love bidets. If I become Prime Minister, I've got my slogan will be bidets for Britain. So I think everybody should have a bidet in the bathroom.
bidet.
What are they called?
Bidet.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Some people call them a bidet.
Or a
like,
bidet.
Yeah, it's
A
like...
bidet on your bidet.
Yeah.
Can you like talk us through how you use them? Because I can't picture
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So you have your poo.
Yeah.
You finished your poo.
In the bidet.
Sorry.
You're going to have
No,
to
no, you
spell
don't.
it out.
Yeah,
No need to lie.
yeah, okay, sorry. So you
Could you act it out?
yeah, I'm just going to go downstairs. Where's that gimbal? So you sit on the toilet, you have a poo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
spread your cheeks, start pushing through your prostate, make sure the poo exits. You want me to spell it out, Billy? You asked me to spell it out. So once you've finished, and it's in the, your deposit's in the toilet,
Yeah.
you then move to the bidet or bidet,
Yeah.
depending if you're from the north or the south. And then you turn the little tap on at the back. It's a bit cack-handed, yeah? It's
Right.
not designed well, but you turn the tap on the back,
Yeah.
and that is angled to start, so the water comes out like that, and it's like licking your bum hole. That's cleaning, that's helping it clean.
Oh, I love
And then
it.
you just do a final wipe at the end, and it's nice and clean. No felt tips.
Yeah.
In the toilet, one piece of toilet paper, just dry
So you
itself
wipe
off.
after.
Done.
Yeah.
Or if you go to some countries like Turkey, it's built into the toilet, so you just turn a little tap on down the side of it and just
Yeah.
start shooting it.
I've seen those, like a little handle next to the
Yeah,
toilet. You
yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
grab it, scoop it under, or behind.
It's lovely.
Good if there's one that wiped as well. You know, didn't even have to.
Like, would you trust a robot doing that? Would you, right next to your tank, just
You
Get right in there.
oh, why is there blood? Oh, now I'm in tatters now from this robot. Anyway, so who are Mosquito?
Introduction.
Who are Mosquito?
How long have you guys been together for?
As a band?
As a band,
Officially,
not as a,
like-
sorry, not as a
No, it's
polyamorous couple, as a couple, polyamorous.
Polyamorous.
Yeah, are you polyamorous together, or are you just in a relationship? You all
I
sit
don't know what that
together?
means.
No, fair enough. So
I'm willing to learn.
it's when everybody's like
Sharing.
sharing
Yeah.
the love, you know.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
We share the love,
Yeah.
but not like the love.
Not the love.
Yeah.
We're brothers, aren't we?
Yeah.
We actually are.
Yeah.
Well, two of you biologically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be weird.
Yeah, literally.
That would be odd. Great. So 4 years as Mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then-
about
Yeah,
4.
probably,
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
they
got,
do.
as your individual lads, you guys in any other bands?
No, we've
Just you-
been.
Yeah.
In the past,
In
I
the
mean,
past,
but-
yeah,
Yeah.
but like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like.
I didn't realise it was 4 years. That sort of like passed me by. I thought you were like sort of like
Well,
fresh off the bat.
Well, to be honest, boys,
Like
when
half
we
and half, really, isn't it?
when we
Yeah.
played with you this time last year, nearly, wasn't it? It was March time, I
Our
think.
second gig.
That was like our
Probably it
second
was.
gig, but we started. Well, you two, Joe and Will, started writing way back. What 2017? You got a few
Yeah,
I think it
ideas.
was 2017.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just stupid divvy shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like funny stuff.
Right.
And like we just really enjoyed it. You weren't looking to start anything else. Like you didn't want to, did you? There was nothing.
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
mean-
have the time.
No, I didn't have the time, so
And
it's
just
just
kind of-
chill.
Yeah, we just really enjoyed it, didn't we? And then we had some tracks. Took them to Sam, who is producer, obviously, and he was at uni at the time. wasn't
Yeah,
he?
man, it's mad.
And yeah, like
You do
recorded 4
music
tracks.
production, and
Mm.
yeah.
That kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded it all at Lincoln, which was cool.
It's
We
good
used to
studio.
go there and just
Yeah.
like at like what,
Piss
5 or
about.
6 in the morning.
Just record tracks.
Just record and then get home at like 5. No, not 5 or 6 in the morning. 5 or 6 in the afternoon, and then get home at like 5 in the morning. Just
Yeah.
like, just record
Yeah.
through the night. Just like it was
Have
just
fun with
yeah,
it.
it was a laugh really. We won't like look
think
after
Penny as
anything
well.
like serious
No,
straight off the
I think
bat.
that's always been our like main priority as well, just having a laugh and like, do you know what I mean? Like taking it obviously seriously when you need to, but
Yeah.
like it was just like we'll write what the fuck we want to do, or we do what the fuck. There's nobody's ideas that are wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Would you know?
We should try that.
Yeah,
My ideas are always wrong.
when you got some better ones,
Is this
we'll
what
try.
it's, is this what it, is this what it can be like? That makes a bit more sense to me because I've got to be honest. So, like I said, I thought when we played with you, I thought you were relatively new, certainly in terms of like the online presence and
Yeah.
definitely. And I couldn't believe like how good the live show was, like how polished the tracks were, and I'm thinking, how the fuck have these guys got the right to be that good like, straight off the
It felt
bat?
like you come out of the gate just absolutely
This
steaming.
means a lot as well.
We got like a bit of a back catalogue of some tracks from like 2019 when we first started going. They're just the shit, the absolute chaff that we were just churning out to begin with, and it's like, you guys don't have that. And I was like, how the fuck
we do.
this?
Well, no, we do. We've got
If you look hard enough, we fucking do.
But because we launched 2 years after we started, we were just grafting work. Well, to be fair, we didn't have a drummer for for about
a year.
we didn't have a drummer for a while, so we were just writing, just perfecting like that kind of
I've said it before,
that
like,
craft.
Obviously, Joe records the drums like at the studio.
No, so
so.
Yeah.
You are a drummer, so you're not tempted to just be the drummer for...
I mean, we've had loads of discussions about this, haven't we? Especially when we were in the depths of like Shit's Creek.
Do you know what I mean?
Like we didn't have a drummer, but I just like I knew that
I've never wanted you to drum, bro.
I've never wanted to
with
drum.
you being in the Vidge as well, who are very busy, as you know, it's kind of must be nice for you to like be able
Something
to differentiate
different,
between the two.
Yeah.
Like, obviously playing.
It was
guitar.
like it was. I wanted a new challenge, like, and that was when we were drumming. When I was drumming, when we were like jamming at the start, it was cool and all that. But I just wanted to be up there, just like thrashing the guitar, and I knew that if I was drumming them, I wouldn't like probably put as much effort into like writing little bits and stuff at home and that, like, because I'd always be thinking about the drumming. You go in like a different mindset. It's like switching in between the two. So I knew that I wanted it like.
Have you got a deep-rooted want to be playing the guitar? Is that behind the drum kit? Like, fucking
No, I started playing the drums because I couldn't play the guitar.
Yeah.
What a natural progression. You try and play guitar and you have to start playing bass. Isn't that right, Will? Isn't that right, mate?
We're changing the game.
Changing it. Mate, you got a good riffing section, didn't you?
Yeah, we recorded the drums though before we had in the studio before we actually had a drummer for our live shows and stuff like that. So. Like,
So all the stuff that you were recording back then, are all those tracks? Are they featuring on?
No.
So when did you
None
record?
of them.
None of them.
Bad Love then. So when did you record those tracks, and where did you record them then?
Everywhere, didn't
That was like
Yeah.
when we kind of got together as the four of us. That was really wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was a couple of
Yeah.
ideas before those songs, weren't there? But then, like those songs just happened really quick.
yeah.
Just we kind of have like two different ways, don't we? We'll have one way of writing a song where Joe will come in and say, like, him and Will have been working on this riff, or you know, we've got a bit of a bass idea, and then it happens straight away, almost like a 10-15 minute job when we're all together.
Yeah.
Or we have other ones where it's like there'll be a riff floating about and it's like really cool, but we can't nail it down.
It's just
And
leave
then
it
it's
for a
sort-
better time.
And we'll get like 3 or 4 of those put together, and all of a sudden we've got, oh fuck it, we've got a song out of those 4 ideas or whatever.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say we necessarily have a process either, do we?
Yeah, we are patient with like some of the ideas, and you've got to be, because sometimes it's just not the right time to write a song around a riff. Like sometimes you just can't like gel with it, and then you'll listen to a new album or whatever, get inspired, and all of a sudden it's like
I think that's cool,
melodies come to you and stuff like that. We're very patient with some of our riffs, aren't we?
Well,
Yeah.
we've had that idea that we started recently putting something else to for like 4 years. That part.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like we've
Literally,
only just like, and it was because we was jamming it.
We jammed it, and then
The other day-
you just came out with the right chords for the, like, we couldn't find the next section for it,
No.
and then you just came out with this chord, and it was
But
just like,
now we're stuck. with
you
what-
did it, bro!
What do we do after that?
Yeah, now we're stuck again. So another
another
4 years.
4 years.
But we don't give up on like these these
Yeah.
ideas and
I
stuff
love
like that.
moments like that when it sort of just comes together when you're all in the
Oh,
room.
it's like
It's
sick.
like-
So I love that feeling more than live.
Yeah.
Like when you're writing and do you know what I mean?
Very
When,
well.
rather than playing live, like that feeling of something's coming together. Like for me, that's the magic of being in a band. Do you know what I mean?
I would 100% agree. That creative process when something just clicks,
Yeah.
and you're all in the room, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, and you're sort of jamming, looking at each other like,
You're like,
yes,
yeah.
we've got
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
here, boys.
But it's not too far behind
There's a
getting a
song
fucking
here
whole
now.
crowd like jumping up and down. It's not like a landslide. It's like just a little bit, because sometimes when you've got a crowd like that's just up for it, like
Yeah.
that is so.
The first time it's not about us. The first time we experienced that was at the Junction last year when we played there for the first time, and like everyone was going mad. And we thought, oh, this is fun, isn't it?
Oh, you
Yeah.
boys get it kicking though.
Mate.
You
But I think
boys get
I
it
think that one
kicking.
was the first proper kick, because I think it was we weren't
Props
really
to Limp
energised.
Bizkit, to be fair.
It is. Yeah,
It's after
yeah.
it's after we play the cover that everyone goes
Yeah.
for it. So.
Yeah.
Throwing break stuff.
I know, but it breaks the ice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Breaks the ice,
Literally.
doesn't it?
Covers do well. We've thought about it, to be fair.
Yeah, we've been
Like,
talking about it recently.
Yeah.
What would you guys cover? Because I always think like if somebody asks me to describe mosquito, it's like a heavy Arctic Monkeys. You've got that Arctic Monkeys like attitude,
cool,
do you
man.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that like it sort of sits underneath it all. That melody,
Yeah.
but then you've got that aggression over the top. And I can't think of who. I can't compare that aggression to anyone else. It's your
That's
own brand,
cool,
But that's good,
but I think it's like a heavy Arctic
Cheers, man.
Monkeys.
That's wicked, yeah.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
heard that a couple of times, to be fair, haven't we, that
Yeah,
Arctic
someone's
Monkeys.
described it to me that way, and I've played it to a pal, and I'm like, yeah, no, I get that.
I love
Yeah.
that.
To be fair,
We fucking love the
when we
Arctic as well.
first, when it was just the two of us, like, and it wasn't even Mosquito yet, we would. That kind of stuff. I'd say it probably stems from there, doesn't it? Like all that kind of sound. Listening
for sure,
to,
man.
Fucking what is it?
Oh, yeah.
Favourite Worst Nightmare?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Favourite Worst
yeah,
Nightmare.
That album,
Do you know that
just
album?
like-
though? Second
Yeah,
Arctic album.
Yeah.
Is that riff in 517? And it,
Yeah.
that, just,
Oh, yeah.
that reminds
Yeah.
me of Favourite Worst Nightmare.
It probably is a riff off that song.
It's not a riff, but it's
Yeah.
not too far.
But
We all tread that dangerous line.
Yeah.
There's only
We've all
so
been
many
there.
notes.
Yeah.
It's inspiration, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah.
I think when Oscar was in the band previously, he started writing. Listen to this song,
Yeah.
and it was like, what was it called? It was, I wish I'd remember this quote for the fucking story.
Take your time, mate.
It was like, do you remember that?
No.
Oh fuck me!
Was it Olivia
and the Dreamers. That was it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Or was it just a straight rip?
It was literally. He was like, "This is a great song," and I was like, I went on
That
Spotify
exists.
and I was like, "No, that's the song." He went, "Oh fuck!
There
I
it is.
listened to that the other day."
isn't it horrible? when
It
that
is.
happens, though?
It is.
And you've actually wrote the best fucking riff ever.
Yeah. Well, I actually have I did that, right? And I was like, lads, I've got a fucking riff. I'm doing it. I'm going to send it to the chat. And I was like, good, listen to Spotify. That's the Mosquito riff I've just ripped off. So I'll just.
Roll with it. Roll with it.
I've got it. It's me singing into my phone, so I will not play it. But I was like,
After
this is
this.
just, I'm not thinking this is a sick riff.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Bro, it's funny because we've actually got a song called Paradise, which is one of the first ones that these boys wrote kind of without us. You produced it, didn't you, bro? And then I redid the vocals. That song, the start of it is Territorial Pissings by Nirvana.
Yeah.
And listening to it back, it was like, I showed Aiden it and he went,
And there's like a drum beat.
kid. And he was like, oh, what? He went, that's literally Territorial Pissings. And I listened to it and I was like,
It was a great song, though, wasn't it?
Who's releasing a
What,
song?
Ben?
Band we. Who did I listen to?
Is
the
it
other day?
that Bill?
No, it's somebody else. Somebody's
That's the old
released a song recently, and it's the Paradise intro.
Yeah, yeah.
Who is it? Was a review and we listened?
Yeah, no.
It happens, man. We just get
Yeah. It's the way it goes, like. Plagiarism.
Especially because you get inspired by somebody, you think, oh, that sounds really, really good. And then suddenly it's something else.
dissected no end of
Oh,
songs, you
mate,
could say,
so many.
Yeah.
that's got, well, it all comes from somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens on like
inspiration as well, isn't it?
it happens on a bigger scale as well, not just like the grassroots
Well,
bands. It's like Ed
most of
Sheeran
Daft
and
Punk
stuff like
songs are
that.
literally like clipping a little bit of like an Elton John song
Yeah.
here and then like
Yeah.
something else from over here and then push it together and it becomes a hit. But it's mad that but then some artists will then sue the person
Yeah.
making the money,
Yeah.
some won't. I don't understand where that all.
Where's the line?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's plagiarism and what isn't? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
mate, I would
Just
just love to hear that
Yeah.
idea that you had that.
I want to hear it.
I'm pretty sure it must have been like Gone with the Girl Next Door or something, like 'cause it was before you'd released Bad Love, so it was one of the singles that were out.
Okay.
And I just remember just saying to the lads, I've got a riff.
You like woke up in the middle of the night, hadn't you, and like had some
Yeah,
inspiration.
yeah,
and
yeah.
then the next day, it was like, yeah, man, I just like feel so good about this riff I thought of in the night.
Oh, that's great.
You're dreaming
It's a
about
Mosquito.
us.
Yeah. If you listen to my head, mate, I've got it. So it started off with just who was the genesis of Mosquito? Because the story with us is me. So who was the genesis of Mosquito?
Sorry.
I put us all together.
The ego is now.
See, I would say Jake because when me and
To be fair,
Joe
that's the point, actually.
kind
Yeah,
of
we can
started
say.
it, and then we stopped for
Right.
about a year, probably a
Like
bit
6
longer.
months.
We just,
Yeah,
we
'cause
just
you
didn't do anything.
You didn't want to do it. That's
No.
why you bottled
It was
it.
free,
we
wasn't it, a
just,
little
yeah, like,
I was up for it. I was
Really?
messaging him all the time, like, what we doing? But he
Yeah.
just honestly bottled it.
yeah, we just like stopped, and then I
dirty in
think
the
yeah,
car,
like
wasn't
Yeah.
well, no, but I swear, like you like I swear, like you was busy with vidges, and you like kind of said to Jay, "Oh, why don't you boys just kind of?"
Bro,
like,
I was
do it?"
harping on about. I remember Will showed me the tracks, or no, we was in my car, yeah, and we might have had a smoke, But we weren't driving, but we was down a place where we used to go, and we'd write songs there, and it was like an old farm track, and there's like a passing place. It's country, it's fuck this, isn't it?
It's our home.
But it's where we live,
place.
and there's like a little sort of lay-by. We used to just go there and like write tracks and stuff, and we were there, and the boys showed me the tracks.
The EP, yeah.
And mate,
Obviously the
Old
songs.
the old songs
Yeah.
that none of them have been released.
Right.
And like I remember listening to it, like even the last track, mate, it's called Penny. It's fucking stunning. Made me cry. Right?
Yeah,
and
man.
I was sat there and I was being a bit of an emotional wreck or whatever. And then I remember getting home and thinking, like, and this isn't me. I'd never forced myself or anything like that. But I said to Will, I was like, mate, please let me come and sing for that band. Like, and I could just picture shit happening.
That was like before we. I swear that was before we kind of stopped doing bits though. That
Nah,
was
man, I don't, that's where it
because
started.
but we stopped doing bits after that because then you just put us all into a group chat when it was kind of on hiatus. You put us all into a chat and was
Yeah, I
like,
did.
when we're
Yeah.
practicing, lads. And
We
that
all-
that like literally
I
started.
And to be
Yeah.
fair, also in the same breath of that story, you thought of the band name as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
yeah.
little mozzie on the.
So actually, good.
Yeah,
So yeah, where did the Mosquito? That's one of my
yeah.
questions. Where did
Well,
the
that was
Mosquito
that's where it came
the
from.
podcast for you,
Thank
mate.
fuck for that. Thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was on the window screen, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
We'll just a Mosquito.
Hey, there was
Yeah.
we sat there,
I've
and
got
we
a
was
picture
dropping
of it
Joe
on my
off,
phone.
and I looked and there was on about like band names and stuff, and I looked up and there was like a genuine.
Where's the picture? Is that still
Have
on
you got it on your
There's a
phone?
photo of the exact moment we fucking
We took a picture of it.
Blue
thought of the name.
sky,
Amazing.
sunny as
Dude,
fuck, wasn't it?
I think it's
Like,
on
it
my
was
phone. I'll
somewhere.
find it after
History,
this.
history,
Have a
isn't
look.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to
Forward
use
up,
it as
yeah.
like a fucking. So we wanted to use it for something, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like an EP cover or something.
Yeah.
But
Then we changed the spelling to a K because we're edgy as fuck.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that's the next question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crossed
yeah,
out,
yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
But originally,
Ito.
like, yeah, it was like I think obviously that videos were super busy and whatnot, so I didn't really like. I didn't really feel up for it, did I? But then
No.
Jake was like, he pretty much forced me to do it.
I did.
He pretty much
you didn't
forced me.
give me.
I was
You
like,
didn't
come
let
He
on.
did give me a chance.
yeah,
He was like, he
did.
ran me. He was like, yeah. So and I kind of put up a fight. I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. And then somehow you just was like, you're doing it, and then I was doing it, and then we're doing it, and then we did
So we
it.
are.
Here we are.
So, Jake, had you like sang before? Did you know
Yeah.
that you could do it?
Give it a little.
So we've been playing like covers bands, haven't we? Like
Yeah.
since we were fucking
Probably.
kids.
Well, mate,
Um,
you got me into the first covers band when I was about 20. So yeah, we just did like the usual. Like, to be fair, at the time, I absolutely fucking loved it. But like, I'd always wanted to try our own stuff, and like we'd all done like different bands, haven't we, and tried it or whatnot. And it just, I don't know, I've never found something so. Like, won't say it's easy, but just whenever we're sort of together, and I hope this doesn't sound arrogant or anything, but we just sort of seem to click, don't we? We do each other's heads in, but we're that close, and we've obviously we was best mates before.
Yeah.
It kind of, there's no tension, is
I
there?
don't know why we
Because
didn't do
No.
it sooner either. to be
literally,
honest,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But
Yeah, that's the thing. I've always thought like we started like 4 or 5 years too late.
Oh,
We
mate,
should-
definitely.
we should have just cracked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was you guys in bands before as well? Then, like,
These guys were.
Yeah, me and Will
Uh-huh.
were. So we've
Was
got,
this your
well,
first
no,
band,
actually.
right?
But no, it isn't. No, because you were in a band. you were
Barrymore's
in a-
Pool Party.
Barrymore's Pool, but we were in a band called Barrymore's Pool Party. we did one gig.
That wasn't really.
We're calling a song that.
Yeah, we did one gig at a street party in Stilton. And
Yeah, I
then-
don't really count that.
No, we had one song. We played covers, but then
Obviously,
We had-
band name as well.
That's
yeah,
wicked.
I really liked that. But we thought we'd never get any gigs. I suppose we didn't. And then Frosty was in a band with you, and
Yeah,
he said to
me.
me, "Oh, we need a bass player." So I went in, and then I met Will. But I'd known Will because me and Will had known each other at school. Well, no, I knew who Will was at school.
Yeah.
He was a year above me, really scary.
You're
I
terrified.
was
Look
terrified.
at him.
I was so terrified of him. And genuinely though, because I was such a nerd, I didn't want to be noticed. It was horrible. And then I was like, oh fuck, Will Bowen's here. Oh god, he's going to kill. And he was like, hello mate, you're right. He's really lovely.
My Wiltshire accent had developed back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
hadn't it?
yeah. It was a lot more strong than it is now.
Come on in, sit yourself down.
And then we were in a band called Pay 'Em All for
4
was
years?
it 4 years?
Fucking long time.
Yeah, and it was like indie, but not like Arctic Monkeys indie, like shit indie. It was really shit.
Ordinary
I used to
boys.
go. I used to go and watch
Worse
these guys
than
play.
that, mate. It was
play
really
Oh, that's
bad.
cool.
And like I was like watching my mates play in their band,
Yeah.
and I'd be like in the crowd, like, oh fuck, I wish I was on stage.
I know, man.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's what I've had with you boys.
Yeah, man, I
and
remember
you,
you said.
bro, when you was in UV. Like, I can remember was really weird when we played Platform the other week because I can remember going to a vid show and just being stood there, and I was playing in these covers bands, but you know when you're doing your own shit, you're saying it's you, innit? Like, it's just different levels.
Yeah.
But, when we was playing that gig, I was like, fucking hell, this is weird. I can remember being in the crowd. I mean, I know it's not Wembley, but just to play your own songs in front of that many people, and they're singing them back to you. And it's like
the first time they're singing it back to you, that feels fucking good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Still feels the same now, doesn't it? Like every gig, like see somebody you don't know singing your song, and it's just like it's fucking mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
You make a like mental note, don't you? Like, when you're playing, you're like, don't know those people, they're singing it back. That's cool. And it's just, it's cool.
I think the first time we experienced our songs being sung was the Problem launch party, wasn't it? Well, no, that was the first. But the whole room was singing down here the chorus back to us, and that was brilliant. Yeah,
it's fucking you.
That was sick.
Banging.
It was so good. We really that was such a like an iconic gig for us. Like
that's still my favourite gig. I think to see Matty crowd surfing
far
away from the fucking ceiling.
And there's a nice thing as well as a little like Anaraki band thing is like we've got a picture of him in the crowd. Now he's our guitarist.
Yeah,
really cool.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah. It's a bit like the old Chili Peppers thing. But
he's so cool. I always forget his name.
Matt. Yeah, it's easy to remember for the two of them.
Yeah.
Got a little Matt.
Let's not talk him up too much though.
Yeah.
He's not here. Where is he? Where are you?
He's good. We're glad we got him. He's good.
He's cool as fuck as well.
Right in. It was difficult because after Oscar we were a bit like, they're big boots.
I'm not going to lie, boys. I thought because we know how tough it is to get somebody to Joe playing the right person. But Kane smashes it. So but. Mate, when Oscar said he was leaving, I was genuinely... We sat up here when Oscar told me.
Yeah,
I was genuinely gutted for him.
I
thought,
we were on a train on the way back from tour, and he's like, by the way, lads.
Yeah, just coming down from the high of tour, and he's like, anyway, boys.
Yeah, we played on your way. We played 4 of our favourite shows ever up to that point, and we're on the train back, and it's like, oh, that's really good, wasn't it? Yeah, it's also the last time I'm ever going to do it.
Really?
That's hard.
It just wasn't for him.
Yeah. He's mountain biking. He's got a job now. He just wanted to move away from music. He'd been doing it for a long time. He's really into his fitness more so than he was now. He's doing his mountain biking. He's got him and his family. He's got a fiance. He's just all that sort of stuff. Which is great.
It?
And he seems happy.
That's brilliant.
Good, that's fair play.
Yeah. Should we have a break?
Yeah.
Sure.
Dying for a piss.
Hello, we're back.
Ciao.
So, my father's calling me. Fuck off, mate. Busy. He's doing a podcast. How unprofessional of him.
Answer it.
No, you don't answer, mate.
No, because we will get cancelled.
Oh.
So, should we do an intro? Are we going to do a game?
Yeah.
Let's do intros. Right. I'm particularly good at guessing or working out songs from the intro. So, we'll do little verses. If one of you guys could keep score, or one of you guys could keep score, please.
We can do first to 5.
Team Ethan on this and Team Mosquito on this one.
Yeah, that'd be really good to write really quickly on.
Yeah. You have to write
those extra sketches for those who are listening.
Write the full artist name and song title.
Jesus Christ!
First one there wins.
Spelling mistake. I can't even type. I can't spell as it is. So if we shout out whoever gets it first in the end, and then get the points, and then if you go first to 5.
Yeah.
And if you win, we'll put you on some sort of leaderboard.
Yeah.
If this goes any further, we'll see if anyone can beat me.
Got you.
I don't even know if I'm going to be good enough. So
We're in.
this is a good way to test the game, isn't it?
Ethan versus. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, bang!
Wait.
Across the screen.
Ethan versus Mosquito.
Yeah.
Into that mic, please, mate.
Ethan versus Mosquito.
I love it.
Full disclosure, just to give you, because Ethan's picked a category, like a genre that he thinks is particularly good.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got a bit of
cheating.
Yeah.
We've got a playlist here which is 2000s rock anthms.
Which I thought we were all going to be in. You know what
so
I mean?
you know.
And then if somebody is a guest that isn't a fan of like rock and stuff,
No,
I'll still do the same. Because I don't care. Yeah? Because it's my podcast, so fuck it.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah. That's embarrassing, don't know it.
A bit around Bob Seaboat.
Yeah!
Let's go!
We're here.
Big myself
One
up
to
too much.
Mosquito.
Big myself up too much.
I thought that was fun.
1-0 to the Mozzies.
Oh.
That's embarrassing,
That
isn't
is.
it?
No.
I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
Soundgarden.
If you haven't got it after 15 seconds, we'll move on.
No idea.
No idea.
No, not Scoots.
Judith. Perfect circle.
Yes.
Oh, well done, Barry.
One for
Barry.
One point
Praise
to
be
you.
unto Barry.
Thank you, Barry.
Praise be unto Barry.
Okay.
What a shit feature.
Watch Strikes Follow for the girl.
Oh,
2 points to Mosquito.
oh mate.
Come on, Sam, get all 5. 'cause I'm
How
not good at
embarrassing.
Oh, we should just invite Sam back every week.
Yeah, yeah.
It can be
Would you like to be called to the table?
Oh, where's Moth?
2-0 to the Mozzies.
Shit. Pick some better songs, please, man.
Mate, this is on random. This is you picked the playlist.
Oh, I wish I did.
So
And,
fast.
I'll let you review
what I mean?
the
Like, it's
playlist
so
as well, so
I
you know all the songs
it's just
that
so
are...
much pressure.
Okay. Ready for round 3.
Oh, let's
I'll take a look around.
take a look around.
Oh, 3 points.
That was at the same time.
That was close.
Artist name,
Independent
artist song name.
It was
adjudicator.
like the same man's song name, to be fair. But we didn't
Point
clarify that.
Mosquito.
Oh, no!
Point to
Praise be unto Barry.
Barry is
Barry.
spoken.
Barry spoken.
Thank you,
Barry.
I think
for
if that
fucking
happens
me with
again,
this, Barry.
you've got paper scissors for the point.
Yeah.
Good
like,
shout.
Maybe.
That's much better.
We do that with everything.
Artist and song title.
Cock off.
I think just song title.
Song title.
I think just
Song
song
title,
title. Just because
yeah.
that would back up what I
I
just
mean,
did.
I'm happy to go through one.
I mean, that
One
easy.
each. I'm happy to do that, boys.
Let's go for it.
Take a
3-1.
3-1.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fair play.
Sportsmanship.
Next time we'll do Soggy Biscuit to decide the winner.
Okay. Right, we'll draw on this one.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
HDC.
Rock and roll train.
Oh, 4 points to the Mozzies.
Match
Oh,
point.
half I wasn't.
Shit.
4-1.
I fucked myself. I
You
really
are-
thought I was going to be good at this.
Oh, mate. Next time,
I'm going to write.
me and Will
It's all right.
can be
I'll
the
resign from that.
competitors. You
Yeah,
should
yeah,
resign.
This is match point, boys.
Mate, this is ridiculous. I've really got to pull it
Right,
back. We should have
Mozzies.
played Mario Kart. We
Yeah.
should have played Mario Kart.
Engage your mind.
We don't know.
Engage it.
I mean, you set yourself up to fail. It's 4 versus
I
1.
know.
You were so confident.
Favourite porn, though.
Okay, is this going to be the decider? You've really got to pull it out of the bag here, mate. No.
Highest hits, I told you so.
Right, best out of 10.
Yes, boys.
Well done, well done. I don't even know
Well
why
done,
I could-
gents.
why I could beat 4 people at once.
Clown, good lad.
That's very good. Well done, mate. Well
That
done.
was
Post-match
a
interview, Sam.
All really good.
absolute
That'll
demolishing.
feature heavily in my suicide note tonight.
Wow.
It's all the
That's Sam.
Dark.
Well, there we go. That was the end of that feature, which I thought was going to be great. Turned out to be really, really shit. So we got a few. I think we got some. Like we're kind of coming to an end soon. So I think we've got some like would you rather questions. Will, I think you've got some bits.
So, you know when you got to send through like a text spec when you get gigs and stuff like that. You know, you get rider demands.
What's
Yeah.
Ethan recently tried to put drugs on his rider demands. How far we'll get with that, I don't know. What have you boys put on it?
And then rider demand.
Never asked for it.
So what would your dream rider demand be? What would you want? Because obviously we've put booze, alcohol. I've put weed.
Yeah. I tell you what, for me, nice little spliff, just one. You're going to judge me for this. Fillet of fish and 20 nugs.
Oh my god!
That's all
It's you.
How the
It's
universe
you.
delivers. Me and Ryan were
He's that
talking
guy.
about that literally before because I was ordering McDonald's every week.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've never tried a fillet of fish.
To bet it's pretty good.
Best
Is
fish,
it?
do you
I've
like
never-
fish
I've
finger
never tried.
sandwiches?
Yes,
Yeah,
Best
I
fish
do.
finger sandwich you'll ever have.
Oh, wow.
Fact.
mate. Are we going to try? Should we go on a little fillet of fish date?
Boys,
I think,
trust
yeah.
me.
Mate.
And 20 nugs to follow it up with.
20 nugs.
Yeah.
Fair play. You obviously work out because
Sometime.
if I have 20 nugs.
It's the fish, mate.
yeah,
Lead, isn't it?
Protein.
That's where we're going.
Bit of mercury in the morning. That's all you out.
Couple of rice cakes, fillet of fish.
Just fillet of fish and rice cakes.
So that's so sorry.
Barocca's will go down a treat on the rider.
So you want fillet of fish?
Yeah.
You want Barocca?
Yeah.
What else was it?
Maybe some Haribo.
Some Haribo?
Oh, Tanfastics, mate.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to be really boring, but sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Oh, you go sparkling.
Oh, mate,
Interesting.
Oh, are we off menu now, are we?
Someone said to me the other day,
Pop it on
licking
bread.
TV static, drinking a bottle of sparkling
Yeah, yeah,
water,
yeah,
and I thought it was
yeah.
a pretty good
That's a good description.
Why sparkling?
It's minging.
Just makes me feel like I'm drinking pop.
Is it?
Yeah, it's better for your voice. A lot
it?
of singers drink.
Oh, this is where I'm going wrong.
Yeah.
With the still water.
All that Manuka honey, fucking wasted money, mate.
Oh no, that is fucking magic.
Yeah, we do a
That
shot.
Manuka
Do a
honey.
shot of Manuka before a gig. You know, got to keep it real. In this cost of living crisis, we get some Manuka honey.
Line
good
of
for your
Manuka
voice,
off a spoon.
And then sing about working class problems.
Yeah.
None of that rash shit.
You got one? You got a question?
No, you have. You go.
Okay, cool. I haven't. McDonald's order. What's it? So you've got
just covered
you've
McDonald's
got you've
order.
got a fillet of fish.
Yeah.
So what's so my staple is like I've got to have 2 meats. I've got to have a chicken. I've got to have a beef.
Really?
Not a fish though, unfortunately, because I don't usually have McDonald's on a Sunday. So it's really got to be beef and chicken. I usually out without the bacon. So I'm usually having like a chicken mayo,
Yeah.
a Big Mac, a Big Tasty, whatever the beef variety is, and a milkshake. And
Have
then,
you ever
flavour
put the chicken mayo? Sorry, mate. You ever put the chicken mayo in the Big Mac? Take the middle bread out.
So-
get the chicken burger. Put it in.
yeah.
See,
No, I'd love to do that, but
unreal.
in my head, what happens is because you have to throw those bits of bread away. I go, oh, that's less food now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I need those separated.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
know
I
what you're saying.
I do it
Pay some
deconstructed, and then I eat the other one. So it's like a
Yeah, yeah.
deconstructed way. So, yeah.
Or just put the whole burger in the middle of it.
Yeah, but then it
Get
just
all the
feels
bread.
like less food.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because you're eating it at
You're
once.
eating
do
it
you know
in
what I mean?
one.
That's
Yeah.
just in your
Tastes
head,
so
mate.
good.
Yeah, I'm just
I know
a fat,
what you're
I'm such a
saying.
fat
I know
guy.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I like food.
So Will puts his hash
nuggets
brown.
in there.
You put your hash brown in your breakfast, like
Yeah.
muffin.
Yeah.
Both.
order 2
I
hash
do as
browns,
well.
though.
Ah,
That's the
Yes.
only way to do it.
Yeah.
genius.
Because I missed the fucking McDonald's breakfast wrap.
Oh, they were
Oh, they were the best.
Everyone says this.
'Cause you
so
could
they
eat
don't
the whole
make
thing
it
whilst
anymore. We
driving.
won't make it.
The bagels were decent as well.
Yeah, and they won't make them either. Everyone
Yeah.
says the fucking same thing. Everyone.
I never tried the waffles that they did recently.
What,
Did
waffles?
you?
What, them
They did
waffles?
like
No.
hash browns. I never tried them.
Same.
They've stopped them now.
Waffle hash browns.
Yeah, so it's basically just hash brown in like waffle form. But apparently they were banging.
So you get less hash brown because there's holes.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that. Because I
fair.
thought, they got rid of the hash brown. It was good, but no, never tried it, and now it's gone.
There's still
Forever.
that cheesy and bacon flatbread thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a con.
good.
Oh,
You
I
put a
love
hash
it.
brown in that the
Salting
other week,
that
didn't you? That is fucking
Yeah,
good.
that'd be sick. That's the best, the closest you can get to a fucking wrap now.
Yeah.
I miss
This
it.
is all. I mean, I'm like living vicariously through you guys because I have to do gluten and dairy free at the moment. I can't have
mate.
any of this shit.
Oh, do you miss it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
big time,
mate, well, shut
big
up.
time. I don't miss the effects it had on me though.
Oh,
Yeah. The guys stopped
We've
having
already,
McSpicy.
we've already talked about somebody who goes for a shit once every 3 months. Well, I'm the
Yeah.
opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh,
once
really?
every 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Got an RBS thing going on.
yeah. I mean, let's not go into
Tell us more.
What else is there?
No, we'll move on.
We can move on.
So, how about? Have you got any like embarrassing stories from the shows, gigs, anything that someone's done that they regretted?
Not just in Mosquito, like even previously.
I mean, just the one that springs to mind was when we played the Grid. Like, it's our hometown show, like new venue. It was pretty much sold out. It was mental. Walking on, looking cool as fuck, and the first thing I do is boot Sam's guitar lead out of his fucking thing. It's like,
Yeah,
just
as
dead.
we're walking.
I just carry on
Try and
walking.
play it cool.
You're just
Nah, mate.
about to play the riff to Miss Me.
No sound.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking in my head was deal with that. I'm not stopping, and just carried on walking. But yeah,
What a
felt
great
bit
show
shit.
that was as well. Great support.
Oh,
act.
mate.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Oh,
Fucking
The whole
unreal.
night. The whole
Who
night.
they again?
No, that was a good night. It was a really good night, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
my favourite. Well, that's my
I like that
favourite
a lot.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Interestingly, as well, talking about that show, that was one of the closest I've ever been to shitting myself on stage.
Really?
Talking about it, yeah.
What
Like,
fun?
like 5 minutes before I was due on stage, I was like having the worst diarrhea in the toilets.
Oh wow.
I was the opposite. I hadn't shat for ages at that point, and I was just like, I felt ill, didn't I?
I'm sure
Like,
I'm sure one of you boys are like we like crossed eyes as I was coming out of the toilet
think
before I
it
due
was
on
me.
stage. Was
It
it you?
was me, man.
And in
So
my
I
head, I'm
was trying
thinking,
to push one out.
I was thinking, oh, Will thinks that I'm doing drugs in
I thought you thought that about me. Genuinely, I was like,
I think that's most toilets. So you always think someone's doing something. It's actually everyone's
Yeah,
just like, I really
yeah.
need to poo.
Yeah.
Please. I remember getting, and I was in a toilet in London once, and somebody kept knocking the door, and I really just needed to poo, but it wouldn't come. And as he knocked, it just kept going back up with every knock. And it was like out my mouth. I was like, please, I just need to get this out. He's like, hurry up, mate, you've been there ages. I thought, no, I haven't been here long enough. It was horrible. It was horrible. I hate a pre-show poo. I think
Yeah,
they're
that's
the
a
worst.
thing as well, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Rushed.
sad
Yeah.
now, isn't it? You just want to have a shit, but you get
There's
blamed
there's
for
been at least
sniffing.
there's been at least one instance of these guys on stage waiting for me. Like we're supposed to be. We're due on stage now, and like, where's Beardy? Oh, well, of course, he's in the fucking bar.
Yeah. The priest. Do you guys get? Because you've been in bands before, but as Mosquito, do you guys get like nervous? Because I think I haven't got nervous. I got nervous last Friday. It was our first gig in.
We'd had a few months off, hadn't we?
Yeah. And
First time we were playing the new songs.
Yeah. So do you guys suffer from that still? Or is it
For everyone I do.
I think for me, there's been 2 shows. It was the Aikido gig.
Oh,
I was
fucking
absolutely, I was a wreck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and the gig at the Grid as well. I was back and forth like and everything.
For me, the most nervous I can ever even remember playing a gig was the Aikido.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
after that, I wouldn't say I get excited, but sometimes that probably does lead to a little bit of nerves just before. But yeah, no, I don't really get nervous anymore, which I'm quite thankful for.
I think it's a good level of nerves, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, you obviously use it for your performance. And
Yeah.
whatnot. Like Aikido was obviously our first show, so
That was fucking
like
nerve wracking.
Yeah,
That was
we were all
so
just
cool,
outside, just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
huddled with each
waiting,
other, just
yeah.
like
Kane
everyone
was-
doing like sighing. Like,
Kane was a wreck, wasn't he? He was just
Yeah.
like pacing up and down, like, "You're right, Kane." He's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "Oh, we'll leave you
Don't talk to
it."
me.
What happened to his hand after the Grid gig?
I smashed it on the rim with his,
split it pretty much, like,
Yeah.
quite badly as
Yeah.
well.
Lucky it was
Lots
at
of
the
blood.
end.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucking punk though.
Yeah. He does go.
He cuts his hands every time, doesn't he?
Yeah, we tell him off about it really because
Yeah.
you shouldn't be fucking doing that. Man. You know what I mean?
What's
Like,
the worst?
You're not rocking hard
You know
enough
what I
on
mean?
that
Like,
fucking drum kit.
they're
mate.
worth money. These like,
Yeah.
you know,
No, there was some
drummer.
blood on that snare.
It's like if you fucking your voice up, you'd say like we've said to you like protect your voice, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need it. That's
Yeah,
how
right,
But I'd say the most nervous I've been for one of the monthly shows is when we did the platform actually with Fizzy Blood.
Really?
I don't know why. Like I wasn't really that nervous for the Grid, and I wasn't really that nervous for Aikido. I don't really know why, but I think it's because we hadn't played in a while when we did the Lincoln show, the Fizzy Blood one. So I felt a little bit like underprepared and just like it was cool when you get up there. But,
Yeah. I think they all almost disappeared, doesn't it? Once
Yeah.
you're up there,
Definitely in the
it's
show.
you've got to do it now.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no fucking turning back.
It's getting into it, isn't it? And then as soon as you're into it,
It's like
That's it, yeah.
game faces.
I think it's
and
worth
then it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've had a couple of gigs in Stamford, and I've just
Never had a good show there.
just not got into
Really?
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
What,
know
the
if it's-
Voodoo Lounge?
Yeah.
I love the ethos of the place. I got a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of time
great,
to Michael,
right?
the owner. I think
Yeah.
it's cool as fuck, and I love going to see other bands play there.
Yeah.
We've done like 4 shows there or something, and they've just never. We always come off and like that wasn't a vintage performance. Like, there's just
But the
something
sound is
about
always
there-
decent as well.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've got a mental block with it now. And I'm just,
See,
Yeah,
for
it's
me, that was
difficult to
my
get past.
favourite gig when we played Voodoo. It's like it's my most memorable one where
Yeah,
I was a
good
bit
one,
pissed
wasn't
as
it?
well, and I think
It does
that
help
made
that,
me
doesn't it?
enjoy it a bit more.
It helps.
It does help.
But
a little bit.
but yeah, like looking back,
it's a fine line between getting too pissed.
there is, mate. Yeah, you've
I've
just
made
got
that
to be.
mistake
Yeah.
before.
Is it
Yeah.
not?
Well, for a singer, it's probably even more so.
I don't
like,
touch it
with
anymore
what I
before.
do,
Don't
like
touch
Yeah.
it.
it's
Yeah.
I can get a bit past that line at times.
I
But
learned that lesson in Birmingham. I threw up in my mouth during the show.
That was.
You started playing the set before I'd even set up a drum.
Yeah. Are
I
you
was like
okay?
desperately tightening up the cymbals. Like, really now?
I was
He
wankered.
was so pissed.
I think I've learnt from my mistakes in the past though. Like with this band, I
Oh,
was
mate.
like, nah.
There were times in the past we were all like,
oh mate,
Yeah.
we used to play like us three was in a covers band together. You played with us a few times, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, but we used to play this place called the Brit.
Just in
that-
Boston.
And
that
they'd just
day.
they'd bring you Jaegers up, like they'd want you to get pissed,
Yeah.
and we'd be smashed. Like I can remember laying on the floor, like completely pissed
Paul
as fuck, like,
Spooding.
playing, like
Our drummer at the time, like literally was like, "Someone get me!" Like he was going to be sick.
Yeah.
Someone's got like a Smirnoff bucket that you know, you put
Smoking
ice in,
bucket,
or a
wasn't
it?
smoking
Like, yeah,
bucket,
it was
something like that.
Oh God.
Put it by the side of his kit, and he's just hurled up in this bucket.
Carried on.
And then someone walked past, got the bucket and put it on his head, and he had all like long hair. There's all bits of sick in his hair. He was like,
he was just carried on playing.
That's so metal.
Fair play to him.
Yeah,
That is awful.
yeah.
Oh, mate.
You boys would love Paul, to be fair. Like,
That
he's
is
a
so
legend, he's a
metal.
legend.
We were saying
legend.
because there's a famous story of Corey Taylor recording the Iowa album, the Slipknot Iowa album, and he was cutting himself and throwing up in the
Yeah,
vocal
yeah.
booth to get rid. And we were saying, because we were recording our EP at the time, we go, if Beardy did that, we'd be like, whoa.
Is everything alright?
Be a little bit uncomfortable.
Everything alright at home?
Yeah.
They used to like sniff that dead crow, didn't they?
Yeah.
To get his vocal. I mean, what?
And have fights and that. Yeah, they had a dead crow in a jar. They took on tour with them and
Huff
just
the crow.
everyone sniffed it before they went on, like threw up and that. It was like a ritual, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but they're so good. This is where we're going wrong.
Is that what we need?
Must be.
We need a ritual.
Let's go sniff the dead thing.
Yeah.
they used to have fights on stage.
Is Will's turd still in the loop?
Don't get it in.
Stick that in a bit of pride.
Fish that out. It's like, right, stick that in.
We'll have it Mondays to Wednesdays. You have it Thursday to Saturdays.
Fine.
Alternative Sundays, and then we'll be fine. Yeah, we got to share that. I know it's come from you, but
I can make more.
Yeah, give us 3 more.
That's ours now. We're all in this together.
Yeah, I hope the flush didn't. I hope it's still there.
Yeah, the best time I saw you guys was actually last Friday. Like,
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, the boys said it was sick.
Thank you.
Gutted. I'm really pissed off on myself.
Thanks so
Smashed
much.
it, and I thought like I proper understood like your message like properly like, and you was like especially you, man, like I proper like you was swagging and you was like
Sick.
you was what's the word I'm looking for?
Dominant.
Dominant,
Sexy?
like,
Sexy.
dominant and sexy. And it was just sick. I was like, shit, like.
Yeah,
very
you
much.
good. Everyone said it was
Yeah.
sick, boys.
Thank you. It felt good.
We're finding our feet a little bit.
Yeah, I
Good.
feel like I feel like a band. Do you know what I mean? It feels like.
Oh, boys.
And I think
fucking
do
hell.
you know what I mean? We've broken out. I think it's both of us. We've broken out of that
Yeah.
sort
It's
of
nice,
tier 1
isn't it?
sort
Yeah.
of. Do you know what I mean? And we can actually talk about proper gigs and.
Yeah, we're punching at this slightly next level.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
fully deserved as well, boys. Seriously, like the first show we played with you boys, like I honestly, genuinely, it takes me a fucking lot to get in a mosh pit because, you know, like I just like standing and watching. Years ago I would be, but like, now I'm like fucking an old man and whatever. But
Me and you
we
ran in.
were
didn't
fucking in that pit. I was jumping on someone's back, and we weren't even drinking, were we? I think I drove.
I think
home.
I fell over. Didn't I? Straight up.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
honestly,
know.
was sick. Sick. Loved
Yeah,
it.
it's wicked.
It was good. It's fun. That's all. You got to get the energy, haven't you? That's all. What
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
live's about,
Honestly,
isn't it?
you go to a show, and I think that's not sometimes, especially for our kind of like scene.
Yeah.
If you go and watch a band and like on the record, they're like heavy and it's like chaotic, and you go watch them and they're all sick as fuck, but stood around.
Yeah.
I would rather them be a little bit sloppy and going fucking mental.
Yeah.
So you feel it more, don't you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Sloppy and mental, that's what we're going
I like
for.
that. Yeah. That's perfect.
it's
Yeah.
our middle
The name of the new EP.
Perfect.
Yeah.
sloppy mental.
I think, but we've seen bands like that where they are just. I mean, in a very different way, but Jimmy Eat World. I mean, they've got some. They just stood there doing nothing, and I can't get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so boring, isn't
It's
it?
so fucking boring.
It's not that. Of all the things we're going to get cancelled for, it's for slagging off Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not-
Sorry, Jimmy Eat World, if you're
Oh,
listening.
you're not going to come on the
No,
pod
Will went
now.
on a 10-minute Stormzy rant the other day on this podcast we was on, like literally.
It was more like the grime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it started off with Stormzy. Yeah, it was just like that grime movement.
You're not into it.
Oh,
I'm
nah,
not into
mate.
it.
Nah.
I appreciate it, and
Yeah.
I
Here
we
appreciate
go.
music has its place to
Yeah.
be and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff, but I'm not into it.
Yeah, mate. I won't go on about it. 'Cause we'll be here for hours. Yeah, what was I going to say? What was we just on about?
I don't know.
Jimmy Eat World, apparently.
Jimmy Eat World, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Tell you about-
hardcore fans as well.
Yeah.
Those Jew fans.
A band that can get away with
I'm one
like
of them as
standing
well.
there. To be
I'm one of
fair,
Sorry.
Partway Drive. I think they can get away. They can
Yeah.
get away with standing there.
Mind
and
you,
just-
Winston's quite animated, isn't he? So I think like a lot
Yeah.
of it takes.
and they're just cool, aren't they?
Island Park.
They're
Mate.
cool as fuck. They
Oh.
don't need to like jump around and like fucking. They're just.
Partway are unreal, mate.
I've seen them live
Yeah.
a bunch of times, and I put them up there as one of the best
Oh,
live bands
mate.
on the planet. I think they're
Unreal.
fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, I
So
would love to
you
see
was
Partway.
proper into him because you saw him at Download.
We were at
didn't you?
Download, mate, like 2015, I think it was, and it was pissing it down. Was walking to like a second stage. I can't remember who was going to watch. And Partway were on, and I remember what song it was. It was "Home Is for the Heartless." And me and Aidan, one of my mates, we stood and were like, "Whoa, that's like really melodic but heavy as fuck as well." And we watched the whole set, and I've been obsessed with them since.
And then
I
like
think they're
was
brilliant.
it a year after, a couple of years after they played at Download again, and
Second
you'd show me them and that,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, they're decent. And then I just watched them play, and that was it. I was just like, fucking hell, yeah. Like
Went to see him
sometimes
at
it
Ali
takes
Pali,
that,
didn't
doesn't
we?
it? Yeah.
That
I was there.
Was you?
I've
Was
been
you?
there a couple of times at Ali Pali.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Oh man.
Last
Ali
just
Pali's
last
a great
last
venue,
year,
isn't
yeah.
I love Ali Pali. We saw Alex Shikara there, saw Dizzy John Broker there.
Sick.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Is that it?
I've seen everyone.
You've seen loads of people.
Did you catch Ed Shikari at Lincoln?
No.
Yeah, they played the Indie show.
That was
last year.
decent.
Oh,
Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That's a small bit. It's like a more intimate venue as well.
Yeah.
That'd be really
Yeah,
nice.
that was
Saw Don Broker at the Engine Shed.
Was the Engine Shed we saw on, was it? That was a good gig.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Really good band. He was in the pits, wasn't he, Sam?
What's
A
that?
matter of time before
And
you guys are
Chicago.
playing the
Yeah,
Engine
mate,
Shed,
yeah.
surely. They must be on the phone.
Fingers crossed, mate.
Yeah.
That's like my dream venue. Probably our dream venue. I don't know. Like,
I'm trying.
do you have a dream venue like that you just want to play?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was one of our questions. You just rinsing through. You may as well host the podcast for us.
Sorry, we're
Don't
just
think-
we're literally chat shit.
Well,
So media chat.
Well, we can edit this in really seamlessly. Have you got a favourite venue? Somewhere you'd really like to play?
It's really funny you should ask that. Yeah. Engine
like-
Shed for me. Engine Shed link.
Engine Shed, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think
Rock
I'm
City.
trying Rock City, I think.
Yeah,
would
Yeah,
be
Rock
cool
City would
one,
be
like-
sick.
Ali Pally.
But I'd always like
Brixton.
like the Meltweg in
Yeah.
Amsterdam as well. I'd love to play there.
Oh yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be a sick.
It's a good little
somewhere
venue, that
abroad.
is.
Yeah.
Never been
Madison
there.
Square Garden.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's go straight there.
Yeah.
MSG.
Yeah,
You just book a gig and just see if we can sell it. Just
Just get fucking our mums and dads there.
That's the progression, isn't it? You go Engine Shed, Ali Pali, and then Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Nothing in between.
No,
That's it.
Yeah.
And retire.
Yeah, Engine Shed's just so cool. If you played that main stage, obviously the platform's wicked little place.
Oh yeah, it's
It's like
Definitely.
that's a wicked place. But
good
that
sound
main
as
room-
well.
That main room, like
What about you boys?
That's funny. Your dream venue was the Met Lounge, wasn't it?
Well, no, that's not strictly
Still,
true.
isn't it?
That's like I guess.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
Us
yeah.
be,
I know
because
exactly what you mean.
we're in Peterborough, like that's
Yeah.
that's really kind of the place to play.
Yeah.
I've always said like, if we could just get big enough to sell out the Met Lounge, that would suit. Like I'd like that. I'd do that.
Especially 10 years ago when it was big. You boys remember WAF?
Yeah, mate, I love it.
like always used to go.
So the drummer did the photography at my stepmom's wedding, and I didn't
Sick.
realise who it
Is
was.
it Tom?
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
And then he told me, and because I didn't recognise him at all, and then he told me, I used to be in a band, and I asked, and I was like, I got a bit starstruck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I
Mate,
just thought,
they were
wow.
massive around it, weren't they?
Yeah,
Like,
huge.
You know that it's Tom's studio that
Yes.
Paul
Yeah,
has
yeah.
invited us to
Yeah.
for the video shoot.
Yeah, it's mad.
and obviously, Lauren used to go a lot as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
there's another venue in Peterborough, isn't there? The Crescent, is it?
Oh, the Crescent, yeah.
Is it the Crescent?
Well, here we are, and obviously, is the other main
it's
venue.
like-
I mean,
Yeah,
Praise
The
be to
premier
Barry.
venue.
love you, Barry.
But
Love you.
is that like 1,000 cap? Is that I want to say?
Cressy got to be about
Where's
that.
Is that still? It's still
It's
open.
it's
I saw fights like
it's
that.
not really a
It's a bit of
gig
everything,
venue
isn't it?
so much. They do have gigs on there. Like I think I've seen.
Austin Gold often do it.
Yeah.
Don't they?
But it's
cool
more.
little
But they have like comedians and like theatre.
Oh, it's a bit
Yeah,
more like
yeah,
a theatre
yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a school gym,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think it's cool as fuck. There used to be Rev as well, didn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
That was cool.
That's
I
gone. now,
I
isn't it?
saw WAF there once, but did you go to that Stamford gig that they did?
No.
It was, I think it was supposed to be at the Voodoo Lounge or
Right.
something like that, and they ended up doing it in a pub in Stamford, and it was just literally like in a pub.
That
It was
would
so
be mad.
weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest gig, but yeah.
Oh,
mate.
fair.
I missed out on We Are Fiction a little bit because I didn't move here until like 2011, and they pretty much. I think that was probably pretty much like towards the end of them.
No, it was because they'd really hit the scene hard. They'd done a really good job, and then it just. I think I can't. Remember, I think
It kind of just fizzled out.
It was a
didn't
bit of a
it?
fallout.
it was a
They've got a
bit.
new singer,
I don't want to say out of turn because Tom did tell me, and I got so drunk I can't remember actually what he said. But I was always told it was something to do with the record label not wanting
Yeah,
the
and
screaming
the
side.
screaming.
They didn't want-
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I-
That's what I thought it was
Yeah.
as
They
well.
didn't want Phil, did they? And like Phil was like one of the best bits, wasn't he? Like he's such a good front man. Like,
These labels,
Are they-
mate.
and he
I
could
think-
sing as well, though.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
could
yeah.
sing like, if they did push him to go down more of a singing route, like he could have done it, like as well as.
I think
Mark.
the heavy vocals worked with it though. 'cause
Yeah,
it
it did.
It made the sound.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd have just been another band. It was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They were great. I really wish, and I think that's one of my fears as well as like one day. That might be any of us. Do you know what I mean? A band that was like people liked, and then suddenly.
Yeah.
God,
But
Yeah.
they always say it's bands don't make it because they give up, and I
Yeah.
think if they didn't give
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
I think
100%.
because they were playing with
Just
Don
gotta keep
Boko,
going,
they
yeah.
were playing with. I saw them play at Met Lounge with Deaf Havana, and it was
That's
the,
it,
it was the
Deaf
Havana. Yeah, I
first.
saw that gig.
It was the first gig without a Deaf Havana without the front man,
Singer.
the
Yeah,
screamer,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like WAF blew him off stage, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely blew him off. Like I know it was probably a lot for old matey. His first gig on his own singing,
Yeah.
without I can't remember what the front man was called, but yeah, like WAF was sick, mate. Like they were so good. Like
But this sort of leads on nicely because keeping a band together is fucking tough, man.
Mate,
You got like
I think.
3, 4, 5 people, like all with different opinions, all with like different schedules, full-time jobs, families.
Absolutely.
And, like, it's so easy to see why bands give up. It's tough, man, and it's also expensive.
Yeah,
Like,
it is, mate. Yeah,
so
expensive.
Like,
sorry, go on.
you know, you guys will know from recording the EP and stuff. Like, you throw in money at recording and promoting, and
there's no promises either.
Black hole.
It's a gamble. The whole thing is a gamble.
Throwing thousands, aren't you? Like literally thousands of pounds, and like you say, like we've got families and other responsibility, but you've got to. We said this the other day. Like I think if you're going to be successful in anything, you've got to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like, it can't. If you're doing it as a hobby, that's great. But like, if you actually want to achieve it, you can't half-arse it. Like, because there's 1,000 other bands that will do as much as they
Are ready
fucking
to step
can.
in.
Yeah.
So like, you've just got to give it your all. And like, I think if that's just what it is, and just keep going.
Yeah,
Money
Literally.
drives the whole thing, doesn't
Exactly.
it?
Yeah.
It's good to establish, which is what you've helped us do actually. It's good to establish like a team as well. Like early on,
Definitely.
get find your videographer, find your booking agent, manager,
Yeah,
find the people that are going to support like all the content and everything, and then just rely on them quite heavily as well.
other bands that are going to like support you. And
The network.
Invite you to shows, supporting each other.
Yeah.
Like you boys have done.
Like you've helped us,
Massively. Yeah, you need, and stuff like what Barry's doing as well here.
Yeah.
Like, you need stuff like that
huge,
because
isn't it?
there's
Praise be.
Oh,
Praise
thanks,
be.
Barry.
But you need stuff like that. You need stuff like that because where else would we play?
Yeah, this is it.
Like, other than stuff like this.
Yeah, you couldn't, and it becomes so inaccessible because you can record music and podcasts and do gigs on a budget, but then they sound like they're on a budget and they look like they're on a budget, which is fine but then if you actually ever want to make any money or get some real traction behind yourself, it's then difficult to reach that next level. That's the hard thing.
Definitely, mate.
It
Definitely.
sucks, but we love it.
Yeah.
That's
Otherwise-
right. You wouldn't change it. It's all about the chase. Like the grind's the best part.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of bands say. Like when they've made it and they're successful, etc. Like they always say that the grind. Like,
This
you
bit
make
we're
the
in now.
most of it.
Yeah,
You make
yeah.
the most of it.
Yeah.
But it's also the most horrible because
Yeah.
you just
Stressful.
you don't know if you are, do you?
Stress,
And
no
it's
money.
when you're obsessed with
Fucking-
it and you're like fucking hell.
And then
the anxiety.
And then when do you give up? Because when do you want to stop? Because we love it. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Well, if you enjoy
Gotta
it, then
love
that's
that,
the
ain't
main thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? As soon as it starts getting... I'm a big believer in as soon as you start forcing something, even like when you're writing lyrics, like, or writing a riff or whatever, if I get to a point where I'm like, right, and you like write something and you just know that it hasn't flowed, and you read it back and you think, ah, shit. If you start forcing anything,
It doesn't work.
People can see straight through it.
Yeah.
So we like we were saying earlier about like the music and stuff. Like we genuinely write songs that we enjoy listening back to, and I'm sure you boys are the same. And if other people like it, bang it.
Yeah.
We like spontaneity, like in our tracks, and like in chaos, and just like throwing in curveballs. Like we get a proper kick off that.
Yeah.
Like how.
See you, Will.
See you, Will.
So I got a nip from
Mine you go, bro. Mine you go. Yeah, like we like taking like the odd route there, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, similar to how Diffie do, similar to like how Arctics do, etc.
Yeah.
Like we can't. We're not one to just write. We prefer writing a chaotic song rather than like just a verse, chorus, bridge, like chorus, bridge, chorus kind of song. Like
It also almost what comes out though, isn't it? Like it's not really like we'd probably sit and think, oh, let's fucking try and do something like that there.
Yeah.
It's like it just comes, doesn't it? Like
with Divvy.
Yeah.
we find it hard to just say no to a crazy idea.
yeah.
Like,
Sometimes it don't work, but then like
No,
you've
but
got
I
to
think-
gamble, haven't you?
I think it all because like you've got a lot of like on your EP, you've got a lot of bits in the background, a lot of vocals being shouted in the background. And that works really well. It sounds really pro. It makes just another level, isn't it? It's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like
we
it.
always wanted that, didn't we? And
Definitely,
we recorded Gone Girl and Don't Touch My Baby with Mitch, and it was fucking great. But you sometimes don't get a chance to put all that
capture
stuff
that
in,
environment.
capture that in.
Yeah.
You didn't have time. So like when we
the
did,
character was the thing. Like,
Yeah.
our character
Yeah.
across in the songs doesn't always
Yeah.
work in like a really commercial little setting.
Yeah.
You're on
We
a
did
time
everything-
scale as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And budget as well. Like
We did everything, all the others obviously in your bedroom, didn't we?
Yeah,
Apart from the
basically.
drums, and like you could just add that shit in, and or sometimes it would be captured before you record something, and
we
just
just
like,
chuck it in.
oh,
Just
that sounds
plug it
sick
in
there,
there.
or you know.
Sometimes it takes a bit longer.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I think for the tracks that we didn't record with Mitch, and we did it with Sam, we were probably tinkering with them for what, a couple of months? Do you think?
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
just trying to capture like the perfect sound, like adding all the silly bits, working on tone. We love a tone quest.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
think that's some of the best part of recording.
Yeah,
is just
definitely.
getting your
Yeah,
tone
it's-
sorted.
Yeah, it's fulfilling.
Because you
Yeah.
do like the tone face when you get it, and you're like,
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Will's back, everyone.
Hey, Will's back.
I thought I was going to piss myself.
I realised that you were signalling me, but I didn't realise what you were.
was looking at you
I didn't.
please.
Sorry.
It's a shame you didn't take the mic with you, really. That would have been...
I should have done. We'll get a wireless one for that
Yeah,
purpose
yeah.
next time.
My shit.
Fucking sorry about that, gents.
I think we talked about the EP, obviously, which you've got out, which everyone should go and check out because it is absolutely insane. I think you'd be hard
Love
pushed.
that
I think you'd be
EP.
hard pushed to find like a band on the grassroots scene that have delivered a debut EP that sounds just as fucking intelligent and intricate as that.
Thank you so much.
Super,
Cheers.
really
Thank
so
you.
good.
cheers, boys. Let's
Yeah.
get
A bit of love around.
That means a lot, bro.
It is really good.
Cheers.
I was thinking as well, we were talking about like dream venues and stuff, but it also got me thinking about because Willowfest is back, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big thing for bands in this area.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Willowfest has been a big deal in Peterborough and the surrounding area, and it's been missing for like the best part of a decade.
Was it
Like-
really that long?
Yeah, it's been like,
Yeah.
it's been
I
like
realised it was that
eight or
long.
9 years since the
Okay,
last
now.
one.
Wow.
And that's obviously coming back this year.
Yeah.
We're playing, you guys are playing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's going to be
Really look forward to
that's
it.
going to be
It's
brilliant.
so good.
Have you got any other shows or anything else you want to plug? What else is coming? What's happening in 2023?
We've got an EP coming soon.
Another EP.
Another EP.
Yeah.
Which we're working on, aren't we? At the minute?
baby.
Yeah.
And then we're obviously playing Loonfest with you boys.
Yeah.
Camden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Big up
we're really
Loonfest.
excited about.
Can't wait
Then
for
Teddy
it.
Rock
The
Festival
other,
as well.
big ones, Teddy
Rocks
Rocks.
is
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, that's really good.
We saw
Yeah.
that announcement and we were like,
Honestly,
like so happy for you, but also like, oh man, we want it.
Yeah.
Mega
Yeah.
jealous.
Let's calm down.
Yeah. Oh no,
Calm
yeah,
down.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go for the full weekend, like go up on the Friday, aren't we? And just
When
fucking
is that?
last weekend of April.
It's April. Isn't it May Bank Holiday? It's May
So-
Bank
take
Holiday.
look
No,
at
it's
that. Fancy that.
Yeah,
last
it's
week.
Fancy
Last,
that.
yeah, last weekend was May Day.
I had a bit of that what you was feeling when you guys played the Junction. Because
Yeah.
like, all the videos look sick, and I was like, damn it, that looks good.
Oh, you've got to play the Junction.
Yeah,
you guys would
yeah,
kill it
you
there.
guys
It's
are
the
Where
best.
is it?
It's in
Cambridge.
Cambridge. It's massive. It's a really good venue. It's really.
It looks
This is the
sick
stuff
as
we
well.
need to look at, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because we need to venture out a little bit. I think we've got some gigs. We're not released yet, but we're not announced the ones, but we're going a little bit further north, venturing a bit further afield,
Nice.
aren't we?
Yeah.
So,
Playing
yeah.
up in Durham. You got
No, we're
a little
playing.
connection in Durham. We can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
sorts
cool.
out.
We played a great show in Durham.
That'd
to
be
a bunch
sick.
of students. It was sick.
Yeah, and the guys that
Mate,
promote
yeah,
it are just
sick.
they pull in a crowd and they keep the crowd there.
Sick.
Good.
It's
Oh,
good
that's
all
brilliant.
night.
Oh, yeah,
We
definitely.
we played a bit. We headlined. I think it was like 4 bands, 5 bands, and everyone stayed the whole night. So there was
sick.
no. And
That's good to
there's
hear
photos
as
on our
well,
Insta
isn't
with the crowd. It's a good sized crowd. It's
Mate,
Shit.
please do.
Oh mate,
Please
yeah,
do.
that'd be wicked.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
So I think I'm going to ask one more question to wrap this up because
Yeah.
we've been a long time. What are you guys listening to at the moment? What's on there? I'm listening to a lot of Paramore right now.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. I'm seeing them in April. I'm looking
Mate, I think I speak on your behalf as well. Like, all I listen to is country at the moment.
Yeah.
Country boy.
Well, thank you everyone.
Honestly,
That's mega
Jason is-
surprising.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
What a way to ruin all the credibility.
honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah, that Jason is very sick.
Hey Jason, it's a bit of Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton.
I don't fucking
Zac
really
Brown
listen.
Band.
Obviously, used to listen to a lot of heavy stuff, but now like I don't know because we write that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Is it like break
I-
from
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be sick of it. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. And it's like different inspirations, like that without you knowing, you might be using on your own stuff. Like,
Yeah.
not just country, but we did. Well,
Oh, yeah,
I
I've got
listen
no
to some-
country
I
inside
listen-
you.
I listen-
Yeah,
I
yeah,
listen to softer stuff, to be fair, or chill stuff like Joe. What's his name?
He's Joe Keery. He was what's his name?
Steve Harrington.
Steve Harrington from Stranger Things.
He's in a
Right.
check his
Yeah,
stuff.
really?
It's
I
called
never knew that.
Proper chill.
He's a
Proper
he's a
chill.
genius.
Like a
Honestly,
bit of an
like,
80s vibe, isn't it?
It's wicked. It's
It's
wicked.
cool.
You got me onto him.
Check that out.
Mate,
It's really
Are
cool.
you-
Spelled DJO. Yeah.
Are you
Wow,
guys
okay.
on the Sleep Token hype train? Are you...
Not really listened to him, to be
I've
honest.
listened to him a little bit, yeah. And I like what they've kind of popped in on our playlist as I'm listening to it, and
Yeah.
it's a good vibe, but I haven't really kind of.
No, I've
gone
not given him a
through.
listen yet. Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
We're-
So I'm all over
Fucking
Turnstile at the minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Turnstile.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Matty loves Turnstile,
Yeah,
so there's a bit of inspiration in what we've been writing. His riffs are a little bit Turnstile
Sick,
kind of
yeah.
like influence.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got heavily into Alpha Wolf as well at the moment. They're really
Alpha
heavy.
Wolf?
Yeah, they're proper
I've heard
heavy.
of them.
It's really good. I really like them. So what I was playing when we were painting the other day. It was proper heavy. It's just real like.
Painting your French girls.
Yeah. Real painting. Not
Painting
something-
each other as
Yeah. When will you stop moving? Anyway, look, thank you very much.
Boys,
It's been a
thank
really
you.
lovely
Cheers,
chat.
man.
Cheers,
Thanks for coming.
gents.
It's been lovely to see you all.
You've been great having you.
Bye!
Yeah.